Hey there. So I'm going to make this little day of my life video, basically of being a digital nomad or someone who just works online. So I usually start my day around 7, 6-ish, depends on when I actually wake up. And I do a little meditation, I do a little journaling and like reading. I'm currently reading a book called so I legit forgot the name of the book that I'm reading. But this is called Dare to Lead by Brene Brown. So I'm reading that. So I always pick a nonfiction book that I'm going to read for the month. Usually it doesn't take me a month to read a book, but it's part of my morning routine that I'm always reading a nonfiction book. Last month it was a book on luck. This month is going to be a book on how to lead. So that's usually like my morning routine. And then once I'm done with all that, I admittedly go to Facebook and Instagram, like look at the things that I posted the last couple of days, whether it's about my YouTube or my Instagram post that I just posted. And then I kind of get on my desk, which is this little thing right here, that's right across my bed, which I'm not going to show you because it's dirty. But and then I kind of just get to work. And then today is a Sunday, which is funny because a lot of people say, oh, digital nomad, you get to pick the day to take days off, or you take the when to work, when you not to work. And it's true because today I don't really have a lot of deadlines, which is perfect for this video. And I'm just gonna get to work for today. I'm gonna go to a cafe in a few hours because I'm living that coffee shop life, shop nomad life, and that's kind of it. Just watch me work, I guess. So I started working from home when I was actually 15, so it's almost been 10 years when I got my first paid writing gig, and that was really exciting. And that opened the possibility that I don't have to work in an office at all. And then I moved to Cebu when I was 18 and actually got an office job anyway, just try it out, and found out that it wasn't really for me. So I stuck to finding a company. I actually found a company where it was kind of a best of both worlds, where I could have an actual office, but at the same time be able to work from home. Okay, so it's 9:38, and like Jackie, who's currently my roommate, she's bringing me a little bit of breakfast, just like eggs and toast, because I try to fast as much as I can. I guess I don't always hit it, but usually I stop eating at like 6, and then I eat 10, so it's almost 10, and we last ate at like 7, so I'm not fasting today. But yeah, just a little bit of meal, like whatever we can make at home, or we get it delivered by Food Panda, so not sponsored. So this is kind of just me working from home. I run an outsourcing company in Cebu. We provide executive assistant services and also software services and also publishing services. So a lot of what I do as work is kind of managing workflows, looking at what people are doing, making sure different managers are hitting their goals. Pretty just running a business stuff. So that's mostly what I able to do just from home. If I need to meet up with employees, I can call them up, or I can have them come to the office. And a lot of what I do is looking for ways to improve how things are run or how things are done, and self-development. That's like the main thing that I do. That's why I study one book a day, where I always upgrade my skills to see if there's other things that I could be doing. And that's pretty much it, just kind of what I do and what I've been doing in almost 10 years. Okay, so it's about 10 o'clock, and usually on a Sunday I try to film as much as possible because right across, you can't see it because it's really bright light, but right across our building is a construction. They're building like a mini mall right across, right behind us, so it's really loud the rest of the week, and Sundays is usually the day that they are not here, that it's usually really quiet. Plus, I live by the road, so a lot of the times there will be like, sirens going off or cars honking. So Sunday's usually the best because it's usually no traffic. People are usually at home, Filipino style. People might be in church. So they usually try to film during the day. And this is usually kind of like the outfit I just put on. And yes, it's just the top. I usually just use my shorts at the bottom because you guys don't see that anyway. And I usually use these blouses as when I'm filming, or I wear a dress sometimes because it's usually just easy to hop in and out of fun mode. I usually pair these with the skirts and pants when I'm working, but when I'm not, I just wear jean shorts with it and it goes. So I'm gonna show you guys my studio in a little bit, and it's here. I basically used this white wall, which I painted myself actually about 2 years ago or a year ago. Don't remember. But basically I painted this wall of mine because I wanted to, when we started creating like horses, and we wanted like just a plain white wall behind us. So this is kind of it. And that's my office. So, so it's really like very, very easy. Yeah, digital nomad, you don't really have like, you don't really want having a big studio all to yourself. So I just have my office. I just do this. So I'm gonna record a video really quick for you guys. I usually batch my content. I usually try to film at least 3 videos a day. That way, you know, for when I post on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays, I have something to post. So I'm just gonna do that, attach this phone that I'm using to this because that's actually what I use for when vlogging. This one actually is company property, which is a funny story. Basically, we did purchase this whole thing as for when we started recording courses. And since we haven't been doing that as much anymore, I've just kind of asked permission to kind of keep using this because it is really good tool for recording videos. So it's kind of why I have this about $200 worth of ring light. I'm very lucky, and I like love my job. So whoops. So yeah, or YouTuber, where you kind of want to try to find a place where it's quiet, and it's sometimes hard. So, yeah, I have no idea where that parade is or that band is that's practicing, but I know it comes through my audio. So yeah. So I might pause creating videos right here. Actually, sadly, I might continue creating videos like tonight. So I'm going to go to a coffee shop and actually start working there. I usually go to a couple of different ones. I usually go to just a Starbucks near here, but usually on Sundays I go to a my favorite cafe, book cafe, which is Books and Brews. Yeah, that band is walking. It's a walking band. They're not on a ride. Yeah. I think it's quieted down. We will see. I might try to record one more video just because they quieted it down, but nope. Nope. They're still going. Never mind. So yeah, I'm gonna change out of this maybe so I can keep this fresh for if I record later. Yeah, that man's just, it's just going. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, it's just going. So I'm gonna go to a coffee shop and work there, and again preserve this. So I'm gonna change out of this. So continuing on. Okay, so the band that was playing earlier has now shut down, but now there's a karaoke person singing, so still can't record. So I'm just packing for the coffee shop, and usually what I pack, I'm gonna show you guys down there, is one is my charger, because I could stay in a coffee shop until like for like 8 hours straight. I can sometimes do that, so I always try to pack my charger. I've so far never forgotten it, and if the day that I do, I will be so sad. But yeah, first thing I usually pack is my charger, because it is literally the life of my laptop, which is my the life that I live, the laptop life. So, and I have my trusty bag right here, which has everything. I could live off of my laptop, of my bag. You know, if I lost everything in a fire, as long as I have this backpack, it'd actually be okay. Whoops. And of course, my laptop. Would not make sense for me to work somewhere without my laptop. And my earphones, because I really like to watch different YouTube videos. I watch tutorials and whatnot, and like watch courses from time to time. So I usually bring them. My mouse, which I usually bring a extra battery pack. I usually have one in my bag already, in case that this also dies. So I'm always just planning planning everything for like the worst case scenario, just in case, always just in case. And then of course I'm wearing my glasses, which I can still see without them, just for the record, but I get migraines when I don't wear them, so yeah. And that's kind of it. I already have my Kindle in here. I usually just leave it in. And then for days that are kind of lull, I guess, I usually try to bring a fiction book that I can read with me, an actual book, not just from my Kindle, which is whoa. But yeah, so I'm trying to pack this in case that I need it, because sometimes even when I'm in a coffee shop, I need a break from looking at a computer for 8 hours straight. So I try to bring a book. So I'm just gonna pack this also in here, so it's just you know, it's already full. My backpack's already full. So yeah, so I usually try to find, and I found most of them in Cebu, a coffee shop that has really fast internet, and Books and Brews is one of them, one of my favorite places. Plus it has books. That's always just a reason for me to go there. So there's always a couple of coffee shops that I go to. Sometimes if they don't have internet, like Starbucks usually has their own internet, but it's not usually the best. So what I actually usually do is I use the hotspot off my phone, which I have really good internet off my phone, so I just do that. So I usually go to coffee shops just for part of it is just the ambiance. Like sometimes if I'm here for too long, if I'm in my room for too long, I get sleepy or I get lazy. That's like those two things. The other one is the reason why I go to coffee shops is kind of pick it up. You know, working from home is fun. Being able to work from home is easy. Don't have, you know, transportation payments, but sometimes it does get boring. So that's why I move and like I go through different coffee shops. That's why I came up with the coffee shop Nomad hashtag. So if you are working at a coffee shop like me, let me know, and I love to like maybe meet up with you and like go to where you are at. So yeah, so I'm gonna go and work outside with a couple of friends, which should be fun. And again, this is actually my typical day. Like I usually, in our company, we have one big company day every Monday, and that's it. The rest of the week, we're actually working from home. And then I go to different coffee shops. I work here on my desk, or I sometimes crash at a friend's place for internet, just for fun, even though I have really fast internet here, just to kind of get out, because that's one of the things that a lot of people don't really talk about when you're a digital nomad, is it can get lonely, can get a little bit, oh, it's just me again, you don't have any office mates. Yeah, me. So try to find places where I can work where there's a lot of people that I know, or sometimes I have some employees who come to the office to work also for fast internet. Then I work where they are, which is just in a like living room. So those are usually fun. So yeah, I'm gonna go. Packed my backpack of goodies. I'm like Dora. I have most of my things in there. I have like a medic kit in there also, and like a couple of rape pistols. So yeah, that's just funny. So yeah, I'm gonna go. Hey there. So I'm here at Books and Brews with Jackie. So I usually love coming here on Sundays because it's usually quiet, because most of the people come here are studying, so they also need quiet. And they have really good internet, which is like my favorite thing. Plus books, like literally books that I could just grab and read whenever I want. But I did, you know, bring my own book, but it's fine. I have a couple of friends who are also coming, and this is just the usual day, like looking for a coffee shop to work in, and like has to be quiet, has to have fast internet, and less distractions. So yeah. So when I work in coffee shops, one of the main things that I look for, number one thing I look for, is just internet. If a coffee shop doesn't have internet, it could have the best coffee or the best view or best anything else, but if it doesn't have internet, I can't work in it. So that's the main thing. The other one is location, if it's safe for me, because sometimes I tend to work until like 9 or 10, so I have to make sure that when I do get out of the coffee shop, I'm safe. Also, of course, that it's closer to, you know, sometimes I have it closer to where I live, or at least I have someone who can hitch a ride with going back. Another thing I always look out for when working outside of home is if it's quiet enough. Some cafes get really loud and I can't think or actually finish the task, because then you know, it's just too distracting. Sometimes I sing. So that's one of the things that I look for when I'm working at a coffee shop. So we've been here 7 hours. Been here since basically 11. It's now 6 p.m. It's like really getting dark out. So kind of mostly just worked on my content for the next few months, which is going to be fun. Apparently there's going to be about 30 videos that I'm going to be making in the next few months, which should be fun. That's kind of mostly what I do the whole day. I kind of find projects that I want to bite into. You know, do like my main job is just making sure that nothing's on fire, and then starting businesses. That's kind of it. I've been doing this job for 5 years now. I've been in POV for the last 5 years, and we're starting a lot of new companies, and a lot of planning has to be involved, which includes these. Actually, my content is actually a really big part of it, and a lot of the things that I do is just helping out employees, just helping out them with their systems, anything that they need, give them support, and kind of just working on my own stuff, sorting out different things in the company and learning. That's the main thing that I'm doing is I'm learning a lot of things for different people. I'm the first one to try out different tools. I'm the first one to try out different systems to make sure that it works, that it is something for the company, and you know, a lot of admin things on the side, like government stuff. So, and then kind of just, yeah, that's just kind of what I do. Like most of the day, most of the time when I'm working, I'm still here with my peeps. Still working, still going through it. I might be going home in a bit, but yeah, that's kind of just a big part of my life as a digital nomad. It's just being able to work anywhere as long as I have internet. So yeah. So I moved to a new coffee shop. I'm at Starbucks because I don't know. Today is just not a work from home thing, which is funny for a day in the life of a digital nomad. Not working from home. It's kind of typical sometimes that I move different coffee shops for different moods. Right now it's about 7 p.m. so I actually spent like almost actually 8 hours at Books and Brews, and now I'm in Starbucks. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see how this processes. I kind of just here to read a book because I did not charge my laptop enough to be able to work here without a plug. So I'm going to wait for other people to leave so I can grab their chairs. Also part of being a digital nomad is waiting for someone for a plug if you're not charged enough. So yeah. Okay, so it's about 10:30 and I'm back home from cafe hopping, and that's kind of it. That's just kind of the usual day that I have as a digital nomad. You know, did my morning routine, which is mostly just taking a bath and like taking care of myself. I'm still working, still gonna go to work until I get kind of tired, and then I just go to sleep, and then the day just starts again. Tomorrow is going to be different since it's Monday, and I usually have a lot of different meetings with people in person, not even digitally. So it's a little bit different, but it's still kind of the same thing, you know, looking for a place to work, doing things that I have to work, taking a break when I need it, reading a good book to kind of take a break, and then doing it all over again. So it's kind of like a normal job, because it is, except you get to go to different places and see different people and like manage your own time. That's kind of the biggest thing with being a digital nomad is you have to manage your own time and your tasks yourself. No one else will really say like, okay, you have to do this, you know, you have to work from 8 to 5 or 9 to 5, whatever. It's just all up to you. So I'm gonna go to bed in a few minutes, and I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.